Welcome to episode 96 of our Football Manager Hobo To Hero series. So for today we have approximately 2 hours. I think we will do the match against Kuching, away from home. Away, because it's a stadium next door. And hopefully we will get a win this time. Because last time things didn't go that well. We now have played the match against Kelantan United and we lost it. So that certainly... well, that didn't help in terms of competing for, well, first spot in the league, as well as distancing ourselves from Sabah and Perak. I do not worry too much about Terengganu and Selangor this season, but Sabah are really strong. So chances are they will overtake us at some point, if we don't win this match. Let's have a look at the schedule too. We'll scroll a little bit so you can see this. So we did win against Harini and Kedah, we lost against Kelantan United. The magnitudes in general are alright with me. I would prefer more goals scored, obviously, and less conceded, but, well, less conceding will not be possible. Overall, I think we always concede some goals. Given that this is away from home, well, away, maybe a less attacking setup is a good idea. That said, Kuching are not that high in the league, if I recall correctly. They are 9th at 25 points. They play a 4-4-2, if I recall correctly. Yep. Yeah, and they face a bunch of suspensions on top of that. I'm not sure if that's relevant. I know the name Norden, I think. That one I do not remember. Also, off stream, I did have a look at some stuff. So first of all, don't worry, I did not do excessive scouting, but I had 2 players to the shortlist, just to the due to personality though. One of them is this guy, a professional player that plays on the left wing. I do think that, given that he's 17 years old, he might be shaped into something useful. Not sure if that will happen and if we get him though, because he's on a youth contract. And well, he's worth up until 45k. So if we make an offer, contract runs till 2029, chances are we will just force them into giving him a real contract. So, not sure if I want to do that. And then there was another one. This goalkeeper? This goalkeeper's unhappy. Wants to go out on loan and to help to secure a permanent move. So, let's be frank, I doubt that his abilities are good. He has wonderful handling, reflexes are totally fine, a ton of eccentricity for some reason. He tends to rush out too, but he doesn't punch the ball. Okay, cool, he can catch it. The problem is, one-on-ones is a 2, ball distribution is, well, intolerable, I guess. Communication skill is really low. Okay, I can accept that on a 19-year-old. Anticipation's low, positioning doesn't exist. This guy's bad, overall. He might be good enough, though, to be in the under-21s. And he has a good personality. So, in fact, it's really good. From that perspective, I think I would want to sign him if he's willing to work for a certain amount of money and be in the under-21s. Or maybe a backup in the senior squad in the years to come. But that's about it. We also have other players here, but I do not think I added them recently now. So these are all options for the future somehow. Yeah, so much about that. Then I wanted to look at the staff. And I do think we could do with additional international knowledge. So I opened up the scouting menu. Cheers, and welcome back to the stream, sir. That's not water. Still counts. I do have water around. But thank you for reminding me. Hope you had a good night and welcome back. So I realized that there is not a single person here that has a nationality other than Malaysian, with the exception of Pedro Henrique. Apparently, he's Timorese. He does know Malaysia, he does know Brazil, and he does know Indonesia. Do we need scouting knowledge in Brazil? Indonesia obviously would be a help. I'm not sure if I realize what you're talking about. So we don't have scouting knowledge in Brazil. That could come in handy. In the search filter. Here? Yeah, I knew that this is... You can type here. Sure. Yeah, I knew that. I just don't use it. But it is useful. Okay, well, congratulations, man. If it's useful to you, that's good. But I realized that I can do that, I just never use it. But to be fair, I probably should. Because, well, this menu is a little bit... let's say interesting to use the way it is sorted. Yeah, but it's the way it is. So, this person's scouting knowledge is interesting to us, the skill not so much. As a former player, I doubt that he will sign for us for the amount of money that we pay, but we may as well try. So I guess the question is, do we want to pay additional money for a scout that might travel all the way through Malaysia too, but has knowledge in Brazil? Maybe. Never mind. That problem resolved itself. So much about that. We could also try to find somebody that has other interest in the club here. He's a fitness coach, for example. And well, I'm still looking for other nationalities here. This is sorted by wage. Have a look at this. He wants to be an assistant manager. He's a horrible assistant manager, but he's from Bangladesh. What amount of money do you want? Yeah, no. Brunei, I don't think we have scouting knowledge in Brunei just yet. Would be a coach. He's really bad. Why not? We have made good experience with Indians too. Same here. Can't afford that. Don't want to. I think we talked to him recently. Yeah, top notch. Pedro Henrique we just talked to. Rodney Choisy. He is supposed to be an assistant manager. And he brings along scouting knowledge in the Seychelles. So obviously that is really important to us. Way too expensive. He knows about Norway. The manager. Don't know. I should probably sort by second nationality here. So Pedro Henrique, we had a look at this guy, we had a look at this guy. He's English. Nick Svera. Oh. Oh. That isn't too bad. I've seen worse. And he would bring scouting knowledge in England. Okay. Former Pahang player, it seems. Well, we could do with an additional coach. We couldn't do with 350 euros wage requirement. And then we also have the assistant manager at Saints. He knows about Japan. Not sure about that. I don't think I want him. Yeah, well, it was worth a try. So, I also want to focus on giving the players feedback this time. We lost, so we gotta make up for the lack of morale. And I want to work out a tactical concept against Kuching. Yeah, it's all local rivalry after all, so that must be important. Also, we have approximately 2 hours. Afterwards, there's the Stuttgart match. That doesn't really matter anymore, to be honest. But, well, I'm still gonna watch it. So if we overlap a little bit, that's not a big issue. Okay. So maybe let's talk to the players. Should probably also have a look at training. As you can see here, we will play on Friday, so there's a 6-day gap. We can do regular training here, I think. They will recover somewhat. So that's fine with me. Just gotta make sure nobody hurts themselves that is on a really heavy match load, but that does not seem to exist. Sim made it back from injury. Good. Yeah. Maybe we can also... Okay, apparently Frimpong does not want to extend his contract. Cool. Jason Singh's hurt, bad. But not the major issue right now. So we should probably talk about contracts too, but let's look at last match first. In the last match, we did concede that 1 goal. I want to watch that again, just to make sure I suffer from it. And maybe we see some problems with it. Yeah. Okay, so he pushed out and failed to intercept the ball. Why did he do that? Christopher didn't really help here. Ahmad Nizam was, well, he was pressing this guy. So if Ahmad Nizam did not close down Portrera, he would have been here, which would have closed this gap a little bit. So I think we did instruct them to press the wide players. This might be the problem here. Maybe it would have been better to stand off a little bit. So this creates some space here. Ankun's here, covers his man. That's not a big issue. Zacharias got out in the nowhere here in the middle. I do not think this is a major concern. This should be intercepted by Mahazir. Amamu is a bit far away, but that's not the biggest issue here. Yeah, and as you can see, pace-wise, he should be able to get there. He just doesn't. I don't know why. So now we have 3 players closing down Muhammad. A foul would have been acceptable here. Zakaria tries to cover in the middle here. It is intercepted by Mahazir. Potrera, though, skips past his man. And, well, there's a certain degree of luck that he gets to the ball in the first place. Ahmad Nizam tries to follow. Can't avoid the cross. We should have a look at how the situation back there evolved. Hasnodin here is trying to help in the middle. Thing tries to pick up Usman, he's way too slow and behind. Yeah, and Hasnodin, he's well misplaced too. So a lot went wrong there. I'm not sure if we can get anything from that. Maybe the closing down instruction. Problem is I don't have access to those anymore. But I think we closed down this guy. Yeah. He has bad first touch and composure. So chances are I tried to press him, which did not go well. So that might have been a failure of a tactical instruction. I did too much. That's the only interpretation I can think of right now. So if you have a different one, please let me know. Then let's go back to the players I just added to the shortlist. So, Mace, given that you're around, you might as well share your opinion. Yeah, at least if you want to. What do you think of this guy? Great. Okay, so we share that. Which means for 25 euros it would be acceptable, but I'm not gonna pay 100. His contract does run out at the end of the season though. Yeah, I see that. Also, the one-on-ones with the two. So obviously I do not think this is a great goalkeeper. I do like the personality though. He's fairly professional as well as reserved. It's pretty good. Yeah, and if we can, I would want him to be included in the under-21s. Yeah. Still, I want to see how much he wants. And future prospect is fine by me. Maybe, yeah. I just don't know how much money he wants. 130. Yeah, never mind. But there's not much of a difference between 3 and 30. So I will try this, but he will not accept. Okay. So we'll go away. I do not think we need to look at this one again. Or this one. I think we've been there. What do you think about this one? We can maybe we can scout him. He's a professional player that is also unflappable. So pile on the pressure, 17-year-old. That's true. Yeah, he can also cross the ball. He might not find the, the person to cross to, but technically speaking, he can do it. Yeah. So I'm not even decided yet if I think this is more of a defensive-minded or more of an attacking-minded player. I think it's neither, to be honest. Then again, he's 17 years old. So at that level, I do not expect anyone to be really good in all of this. And well, he's on the youth contract on top of that. So if we get him in early and cheap, run and fight sounds like a Schalke player. I mean, I'm not gonna go for Schalke philosophy just yet, but there have been players in Dortmund that were quite successful for a season or two with that mentality too. In particular, it reminds me of a player named Kevin, but he was on the other wing if I recall correctly. That's been ages ago though. Also, he doesn't throw his food on the floor, I suspect. Okay, so we cannot really sign him in another way, so I will try to make an offer there and just find out. True, true. And he kept working hard, and that's fine. Up until he didn't. Let's try to be like that. They want 37k for him. Okay. 30k and 30% of the next. How about nothing? Yeah, I don't want to pay for him either. Fine. But it was worth a try. And then there's the ever persistent. Well, I will skip these. These two are not really good enough. This one I'm always interested in. And his contract runs out. The 5 points of composure are a bit of an issue. The rest of it seems fairly decent to me for an 18-year-old. So I would be willing to pay money for him. Rini second team. He's not in this list, is he? Oh, we're talking about. No, where is he? I must be confused. Here's Harini. Here's their second team. This one? No. You sure we're talking about... We're talking about the model citizen, aren't we? Where is he? No, it's not this one. This is much better. But this one also came up, and I'm very interested in a player like this, I must say. His contract does not run out though. He's under contract at Nigeri Sembilan. The aggression is a bit low, but this is a really high skill for an 18-year-old. So I guess it begs the question, how much are we willing to pay? And I'm gonna compare him for a second to the other one. So first of all, he's also level-headed. Fairly pro and level-headed is damn good. This is exactly what we're looking for. He's only 1m80, but I can live with that. And sure, his passing skill and so on, that could improve, obviously. So let's compare him to our current central defenders. Mahazir. Okay. Mahazir has issues on the physical side, it seems. In general, though, he's better. So, with more than Mahazir. We pay 120 to Mahazir right now. Amamu? Amamu is better on the technical side, but he's worse defending and also, well, personality. So I would argue this is maybe even worth 250 or something. Mr. Also, he has a nice last name, alias. That sets up some weird jokes by itself, I would argue. I mean, I guess we can compare to Ahmad, but that's not really a comparison that's fair. We do have Fakrullah here. Again, Fakrullah doesn't stand a chance and he's 26. This guy's better. And then, who's the last one? I forgot one of our central defenders. Mustafa. Sure. Forgot Mustafa. Here. Not a contest. We don't pay him much. So I guess that would set him in the 300 euros a week range, right? He's pretty good. The only question is, do they let him leave? And I doubt that. So, honest question again. Are we willing to pay a fee for a player at the end of the season? For a player like this? Because this is about as good as it gets. He does not seem to be susceptible to injury either. And the estimated wage says 190 to 275, so even if this is 275, he might be fairly good. He is inconsistent. That's a problem. And apparently his marking is low. What? His marking's an 8. That'll improve. He's 18 years old. Okay. How much? How much are we willing to pay? You serious? Okay. Alright, let's waste some money. This was not what I intended at the start of the stream. I don't think that's fair. Or that's appropriate. Let me have a look at that. The rules say 1 win in a group stage is... You gotta be kidding me. Yeah, it's true. Well, transfer budget, none. I think 8k or something in transfer budget. Wage budget, 350. Is still left this season. We don't know about next season. And I can probably put on the menu here. Next season's wage budget is not yet announced. It's behind my screen, my face. Can I put this here for a second? Yeah. See, it's not been announced yet. So I don't know. But supposedly in a similar area. So, but there's also other things. For example, Amamu's contract, I think, runs out. Yeah. So we don't have to extend Amamu's contract. True. Then again, if we want to compete for top places, we need not to concede. This is a promise to not concede. If he saves, say, if he makes a difference of 1 or 2 goals conceded throughout the season, that might make the difference, actually. And I'm willing to pay for that. Well, skill-wise, yes. But he wants between 400 and 500 euros a week, so that's a ton of money. And he's old. This guy isn't. Alright, let's go there. I'm offering 0 euros, and I want you to contribute. That will not happen. Yeah, I do. I'm in the process of waiting until he lowers his demands, but it comes with the risk that we lose him. That's just how it is. We're talking about Amamu now, not this one. They want 120k for him. Okay. You said 50k. We can make a deal. Fine. 5k now. And we will pay performance-based. Well, he will not score that many goals, so that can go in here. No problem. I'm also happy to pay in case he scores. And we will pay after league appearances, say after 10, after 20. I need to get to 120k. Well, not really to 120k, but somewhat. I'm closer to that, so that is a potential value of 16. Let's stick to 10 here, put in installments. Here you go. Say we pay 10k for him. That would put him at 26. That's a bunch of money. Theoretically. And if we win the Liga Super, that hatches some of the problems we have. Give him an additional 5k maybe. They would want 48. He still want 110k for him that way. Okay, but much, isn't it? I can live with that, not problem. Yeah, thought so too. But let's make this 5. And let's add 25 here. That's 48k in total. And I will even increase this a little bit. Maybe also the other ones here, they don't matter much. Something like that. Well, but that doesn't... That is not conditional. They might accept it, yes. But I'd rather pay 55 and some of it is conditional. That makes sense. So I'm willing to haggle a little bit. And obviously I can't take that away and make it 30 here. That would be better, obviously, because it stretches the payments. Okay. They insist on 93k though. That would be 62. That's a ton of money, man. Is he worth it? We won't get to these anyway. No, we're getting there. What was the last offer? 40, bunch of 2s. Okay, I'm still fine with that. I will increase these clauses to 3k. We offered 40 and 0. That's 69. 70k for that player. He might have resale value. But if we win the league, they get 10k. Nah, don't want to do that. Let's make it 7.5. Okay. We didn't make enough progress. If we did not make enough progress, I'll increase these. He might hurt himself, so this hedges it somewhat. Yeah, that's true. But I still prefer to pay more if it is conditional. Because the conditions might never be met. That's exactly what we're going for. So it's a form of hedging. And I prefer that. 78, we never offered that much. Yes, this is highly conditional, but I don't care. And well, we can also... If we win the Champions League, I'm willing to offer 10k. If we win the Shupi Piala FA, I'm willing to pay an additional, I don't know, 2.5k. That's much more likely. It's really unlikely that we win the Champions League. And if we win the Champions League, well, to be honest, doesn't matter. We can also offer 20. Who cares? So, that's alright with me. The national appearances are a dangerous clause here. We have clauses for all of these. Alright, let's make an offer. That's a potential value of 100k, but it's very unlikely to happen, the whole 100k. So we definitely increase the value of the transfer now. That would be... wow. It will probably not be an issue how much he wants to be paid. Okay. I don't think there's much to look at here. Yes, that's true. That's true. If he doesn't break a leg at his first day. If he breaks a leg at his first day, the entire payment history gets delayed. So, that's fairly good. That's also why I usually like these clauses. On the other hand, I try to include them as some sort of bonus payment if everything goes well while selling players. But while selling players, I usually prefer installments because they provide cash flow. In that sense, I'm a bad example because having the money in hand is usually better than having the cash flow. There's an exception to this though in Football Manager because the board does expect you to spend money on performance. It no, it does. It does reduce the budget for the upcoming seasons, if I recall correctly. So it will not count for this one, but it will count for the next ones. Basically, if you want to phrase it that way, we are allocating debt for the next seasons. So it is a form of borrowing from our own budget. It is. It is. Because we expect him to develop and he's 18 years old. So it's fine to borrow from that. Also, given that we are still a sellers club, and I stand by that. Where the hell is it? Here. Well, we did achieve 10 times the amount of money we spent on additional players, not on their wages, but on loan fees. That's just, yeah, Jonathan's really. But tenfold the amount of money was earned due to transfers out. The only problem here is that we do not have loan fees. I would much prefer loan fees on the transfer outside. They are even better. Just these minuscule amounts of cash flows that tickle in all the time and help with player development, this stuff. But as you can see, we always sold players. They are perfect. In fact, I shared some of them with people that do not want to be mentioned, I guess. And that last one definitely hit right home, but I will continue playing him as a shadow striker. That's not too bad. That's not too bad at all. Okay, what if we offer? They want some money now. Let's make this 5. The 32 I can live with, sure. So let's make this 30. Reduce these a little bit. That's a whole lot of money, man. I think so. Well, then where is it? Finances, wages. Current wage budget. We have 9k in the transfer budget right now. Theoretically. Well, it is 9k though. I found it in the end. Right? Is it here? Yeah, here. And next season it says 8.09. So not funny. Yeah, you have it right. I might also be a little bit tired. It's a weekend after all. I need an additional 2 weeks of vacation maybe. But I would just spend it playing Football Manager anyway. Okay. Am I willing to offer 5k this season? Sure. I'll make an additional offer. Holy shit, that's a ton of money. What am I doing? He is decent though. The only issue is he has low... Well, I doubt it. They wanted 120. Undeterred training, maybe. We don't play with a ball-winning midfielder anyway. Let's set him to anchorman. Well, and then decisions and composure are even more important, so I guess that's alright. Okay. Nomonanko in defensive positioning is no longer a weakness. Yeah, that's true. Should be a strength though. I'm not even gonna comment on that. It's just not worth it. Umar will not. I won't. What? Avoid using weak foot. Discourage unsuitable trait for player. We should remove this trait? No, we will not. It's alright. He can keep it. He coaches too many categories. Oh yeah, I changed that recently, so let's have a look at that again. Where is it? Training coaches here. I slapped Hanafi Baharudin into every single category because he needs to practice all of these and at least he can ease the workload on the rest of them. And he's also useless in any of the other categories, so it's fine with me. Also, he should do a coaching course. Okay, schedule changes for the under 19s. That is new. Against Sabah under 19s. Great. So it does seem like most of them recovered somewhat. Zachariah's still tired. I hope the heavy match load does go away. Oh, the AFC Champions League squad registration? They have a separate registration window? The Liga Super window is closed. That's not what I'm looking for either. Where does it pop up by itself though? I can only do that later on, right? Okay, okay. Well, it will probably not be part of today's stream anyway. Could go for team and registration. This one? Yeah, I've been here. Oh, there's the Liga Super Malaysia. So, I don't know, it doesn't show here. That's why I was here in these menus. Yeah. It's fine, man. All fine. So, their Silver guy is a very good player. Let's have a look at him. Where is that guy? That's the right winger. 31-year-old. He has some routine. We can probably show him to the inside though, he's a bad passer. They had the better match momentum against Harini. Okay. Harini isn't that bad. That's impressive. Goalkeeper is doing fairly well. He does concede a lot though. The expected goals last match, yeah. So they dominated Harini. That said, Harini I think are a club that plays a more defensive and very direct style, if I recall correctly. We played them recently. And they concede similar to the remainder of the league. They do have good overall performances though here. Tackles won ratio is fairly low. The asking price for Ruslan is too low. It's not like anyone's coming around and offering for him anyway. And Badrul Hisham should be emergency backup, it says. Oh, he's wanted by Harini now. Do we want to keep 28-year-old Badrul Hisham and give him a contract? Nah. I mean, he was hurt recently. He's in decline. Bravery is 5 now. I think we do have other players there at this point. So he can be emergency backup actually, yes. Where is he? Here. I'll put him to fringe player. Emergency backup's a bit hard. Hopefully he will not start complaining. Get serious. What did we offer? 5 and 30. You get 5.5. And 31. And we will make this 4.1k each. We could lose Matnor. Yeah, what? Oh, that's true. His contract runs out. And he's wanted by Terengganu, it seems. He is wanted by a ton of clubs. So, I guess that begs the question, do we want to keep him? And do we want to offer an additional contract to him? Earns 40 euros a week right now. He's out on loan at Sarawak. He did improve a little bit. Performances have been okay at Sarawak, even though the league is not loaded, but seems like there's some development here. For an additional year and loan him out again? Between 65 and 80 per week. That is okay. That is not. 65 and 80. So let's start at 55. He can have these, he will not play here. Yellow wage race? Sure. Does it matter? Not really. The agent can have the whole fee, no problem. Let's make it 60 and 5%. 60 and 10%? That might not be enough of an improvement. Okay. I will insist on 65 though. You get additional money. I think that's fair. There you go. Now we will just renegotiate this. And I'm really hoping that we will find a loan this time. Is worth it for you? Do you need that money? You don't care. How about the unused substitute fee? He doesn't expect to play, does he? Nope. That will not matter to him anyway. Great. That does. Alright. Alienating contract, well, agents, I guess. Alienating agents 101. Okay, 5% are mandatory. Fine. So now we will just cut the pay of the agent. Good question. I think because I made my experience says this does not happen. I would be willing to do that though. We can try in the future. Good idea. I think it was at 50 at the start. Does he want to get paid at all? I think the agent doesn't care. He doesn't want money, does he? The agent doesn't care about money. Okay. Well, you might have that right. Let's try. So, what did you say? Wage after club league games. Okay. So, say we make this 60, but keep 65 here. Or maybe 70. Something like that. It usually results in, well, this reaction. But whilst we are still negotiating the deal, that's actually a thing, yes. That would be possible, I think. He doesn't have enough personal interest, okay. That's sad. In general, I do agree though. It's not a bad clause to have that. In particular, if the wage increase is very low. Yes, exactly. So it's you have that correct. It's a form of hedging again. If he makes enough appearances, we are happy to pay him the additional wage. Local grudge match. That's true. We do fear rule, at least Choo-Choo does. What? He improved even more. Also, just for all of our sake, he did improve his finishing as well as his passing. There's another issue that I want to point out here. I still think the technicals are not the major concern, to be honest. 8 points of finishing and 8 points of passing, he will be fine. He can play on this level, sure, having it better is a good idea, but... I'm not... I don't have a conclusion on that, but I think the pace that is detrimental to his current playing style now. And that is because his ball movement is really great, composure is fine, decision making is fine, anticipation is fine. He can time those runs. He's just not fast enough. So with a little bit more pace, he might be able to overtake all of these defenders all the time and create a ton of chances more. Well, if we look at the dribbling and first touch and technique, he might be able to just run past the keeper, not even finish. So I'm kind of in the mood to put it on quickness, maybe. It also says down here. Let's try that. Because if he continues to develop like this, 10 or 11 points here will make a world of difference. Yeah, but that's the thing. He doesn't get there because he's too slow. Sure. He will be better. This is an issue though. His contract runs out. And we gotta find out if we want to renegotiate this. In this case though, we found somebody that was willing to loan him and actually pay the wages, so I suspect that's alright. He wants 100. That's not too bad. Okay, so he's paid 55 now. We'll start at 55, or maybe make it 60. Leave the loyalty bonus, leave all of this. Yearly wage raise, let's make it 5%. And we will include a wage again, after reaching a certain amount of league games. Something like that. Maybe that helps a little bit. Just a 1-year extension though. I don't like that. Can we make it a little more? Well, if he's not interested in that, I guess we need to... We can try. Or maybe include a clause, contract extension after league games, something like that. Oh. Okay. So I'll pay you 75. You can have a 10% increase, but I insist on 3 years. Hell, I'll make it 80. But that's as high as I can go. Okay. I think we've been there. His form deserves recognition. Yeah, but not the last match. And he's in an exceptional mood, so I think I'll criticize the last match instead. There we go. No form interaction needed. His form is fairly good, that's true. I think Chin might be backup goalkeeper in the future at some point. No. Shit. That means we do not have a player on the left wing other than Jason Singh. That's very, very bad. He also needs to get off the bench. Damn. Now we're getting into trouble. Okay. Alright. I think I've been here and I know that he's not good enough. For 30 euros though, I will reconsider. He needs to train. He still has some way to go. No, that's not for the youth team. I think, well, it is for the youth team. It's not for the senior squad. And I would consider this to be a signing that maybe can generate some value. And that is too much. I will pay you 30 max. Yeah, but he will. Okay. I'll insist though. We are defeated in the under-21s. Lost to Johor. Okay. That happens. How much did we offer? 5.5. So we'll make it 6. Oh, now they want a percentage of profit from next sale all of a sudden. You fuckers. Seriously? Well, if it includes a 30% clause all of a sudden, that changes the entire thing. Now I'm not willing to offer that amount of money anymore. Huh. I would need to discount this, but so I would need to reduce the amount offered by 20% or something, at least. We'll do that. If you insist on the clause. We will not get this deal done, will we? The expectation is a draw. Oh. Okay, so if we win, we might end up in top spot. That said, the rest of them play later on. Or at the same day, so it's highly unlikely that we will finish there. Bukit Tambun is next, that's great. I don't care. Let's throw them all out. And try to skip through them. So Chinsuizum just made it back from injury. Will we play him? Hell no. He does train like a beast though. Good job. Narcy lost to Christopher's hurt now. This is really bad. I wanted to play him. So he will be missed. Can't do anything about it. Elbog did not play well last time. He's in perfect morale. No use talking to him. Bakrula didn't play for 2 matches. Development is okay-ish. Okay, alright. Do we want to play him this time? Not sure. Vandal Pekka, that's not even worth mentioning, is it? He's in decline. He'll be sold. I mean, I guess he influences the remainder of the squad, so talking to him is still an idea. But I'll just praise the level of his training here. And given that he didn't play much, well, I guess we can also praise his conduct. Right. Azri Hardy. So the good news is the 16-year-old does develop. I wouldn't call it impressively yet, but he does. He's also, I think, in a young professionals group, so that will improve his personality. And he has a long way to go. So happy with that. No susceptibility to injury as it seems so far. What can we do? We can praise his form and his conduct. His form, he didn't play last time. His form isn't that impressive for sure. And his conduct, well, I mean, his conduct is okay. We'll keep it at that. Harsi. injured. Not much else to say. He's out for 2 matches already. I guess the conduct is alright now. Okay. Form 7.06, yeah, prior to being injured, so I have no idea. This goalkeeper didn't play a single match for us so far, and I intend to keep it that way. Improves his conduct and that's it. Was not in. Trains really well, but we cannot comment on that just yet. 6.4 rating last time out isn't good. We can praise his last match because the passing's good. Now he's in perfect morale. Okay. In that case, we won't touch him anymore. Mahazir. Good training rating. 7.1 rating last time. 8 out of 9 headers. Despite the mistakes in defense, I think he had a decent match. It's okay. Here. Imperi's in the air and off we go. Mohd Faizal. Probably one of the best players in the squad so far. Form is very good. He did concede last time, so that's an issue, but in general the form is fairly it's really good. Conduct, same. No issues with that. He doesn't get yellow cards. That's it. Perfect morale it is. Mustafa. He does not train that well in comparison to the remainder of the squad. Form is a bit of an issue. Conduct overall is okay-ish. That helps a little. I'm not sure if I want to play him this time. Olegs Raj trains well. 6.4 rating last time. He played the entire match as a shadow striker, it seems. That didn't work out. So we'll tell him. Oh, this is also fun. Sure. I thought about striker and not getting into goal scoring positions, but he didn't create much either. So that's okay. That's it. Look at that! He's competent in this position now. He might become accomplished fairly soon. And afterwards we have a potential shadow striker that can actually shoot. I've seen worse. Also we can train him as an inside forward on the left. That might be sooner rather than later, given that we are missing players on the left wing. Juan, well, this is not worth mentioning. For some reason he's not in perfect morale yet. He came off after 45 minutes last match, and I think he didn't provide any goal scoring opportunities. So I expect more of you, Juan. I really do. Jason Singh came off after 45. Pass completion is at 100%, so that's not the issue. The quality of the chances created, though, was inexistent. That's it. Kuching. I mean, we could praise the training. For his age, that's fairly good. Alright. Form didn't play recently, so I guess we stick to the conduct. He played more matches for us than I imagined at the start of his employment, so he didn't create much, that's an issue. Yeah. His conduct is also questionable. Do you have experience with criticizing conduct, Mace? I mean, criticism of his conduct here is certainly warranted. 3 yellow cards in the last 5 matches. I'll try. Here. That's proof it does work. What else? His form could be better, but also way worse. Development 7.4. How did he react? This is fantastic. 9.1 rating in training. Holy hell, Zakaria. Wow. Good job. Also, the last match was horrible, man. So, I guess we tell him that he did not create any chances. That's good. Did he though? We'll criticize the lack of chances created on a midfielder. Perfect morale it is. Malik did play, had 1 out of 1 tackles. I don't have an issue with his performance here. Okay. Well, but in that case, the feedback is warranted. So that's alright. I would do that too. He did have 1 key pass and no chances created. I think I will criticize this. That works for him at least. Ahmad Nizam. That's really good development and training. 60 out of 66 passes isn't bad either. 6.5 rating though. And we have a similar issue here. 5 yellow cards, no, 3 yellow cards in 5 matches, so I will criticize the conduct. I didn't even read the answer. It worked well. It's great. I should use that more often. Okay. So his conduct's okay. We'll tell him. Yeah, perfect morale it is, and perfect morale it remains. He did have 2 key passes. That's dangerous to criticize his performance. Passing also isn't that bad. Norman Ankung has a wonderful performance in training. Form recently 6.78. I think 6.78 is good, bad enough that we can tell somebody that is a leader in the squad, and he is more or less, that he should be better. If he wants to be in the first team. That is a very high standard. We got that. Can we do anything else here? Obviously praise the conduct here. No yellow cards whatsoever. There we go. Perfect it is. But Rul Hisham didn't play recently. Currently he did. He played against Kelantan. Welcome back, sir. 10 out of 12 passes, no chances created. We tell him that he didn't have enough creativity. And that's it for him. Baru. Well, Baru. I expected more goal scoring, to be honest. It's been ages since he scored. That's an issue. He did create a chance, though. For 45 minutes, that's a decent performance. I think I'll praise the, I don't know, 23 out of 27. Is this good passing? We'll praise the tackle. That's easy. 1 out of 1 tackles. There you go. Let's move on. Shin Suzum, I think we started here. Yeah. Elbog? I'm fairly certain that we had a look at Elbog already. And, well, it looks like most of the squad is in perfect morale now. That's very good. This is what we were going for after all. Sure. Okay, so we have a left back to look at. He can't dribble. He is cheap, so we'll shortlist him and move on. This one is cheap and also useless, more or less. I do not necessarily agree with the whole assessment here, but there's so many low attributes. He's been put on a short list, on the loan list. Yeah, we'll shortlist him and move on. Same here. Really fast. He might be cheap if he gets released, but otherwise, I'm not really interested. Ezequiel Daniele. This goalkeeper is not that much better than what we have, actually. And he's way more expensive. So I do not think I am interested, thank you. And this 25-year-old forward wants half of our wage budget. I have no idea why I would do that. If he's a model citizen, we will talk about it. But he'll get a trial, he will decline that, and then we'll move on. Alright. Apparently he will not decline it. He's balanced. So much about that. Okay, we play against a 4-4-2. We do have a few minutes. So, Kuching. They conceded 2 goals last time. Let's have a look. How did they concede and how did they score? Let's watch these. So this is a goal that was scored by Kuching. Northern free kick. Okay, there's not much we can do here. Other than not giving them opportunities for that. This is after a corner. Roslan. So they play a short corner. We have a first finish there and then a second one. Alright. And this seems to be a counter-attacking opportunity. Wow. It's been a while since I've seen one of these. Harini are very fast though. So that tells us more about Harini than about Kuching. In this case, Roslan is the one cutting inside, having a good pass. Not offside, and they just go past everyone. Okay. Not sure what to make of that, to be honest. I was hoping for more of a clear pattern. They seem to concede a lot though. Alright, so we will stick to our current backup goalkeeper. We will put Shin Soo-sun back on the bench. Actually, I can do that in a meeting, can't I? Let's select a team that is appropriate for the opposition. So, that goalkeeper has bad one-on-ones. We know that. Otherwise, he seems decent. That's an issue. Not much to say here. What more? Can jump. Can cross. Can't pass. He crosses early too. So chances are we will face these crosses whatever we do. That is an issue. He is a very bad dribbler. Bravery is low. Strength is low. First touch is low. We could try to close him down, but well, I've made bad experiences recently with closing down players. So I'd rather show him to the inside and maybe hit him hard. That's about it. He's got a 12-point pace, 9 points of tackling only, and positioning is very low. We do not have a choice here, really. There's exactly one player that can play here, and that's Jason Singh. Well, theoretically, we could play who are not there, or Norman Ankun. But I mean, Norman Ankun, I guess, is an option. In fact, is this a bad option? He has no idea how to play there, though. I was really considering for a second. So Jason Singh will need to deal with this, and that's an issue. Jason is similarly fast and he can dribble and cross, but that's about it. This is fairly even duel in this position, which is alrightish, but not great. As his dribbling bravery seem to be a bit low. A central defender with 7 points of passing is an issue. So we could try to mark him a little more tighter. Doesn't really fit our tactic though, does it? So we don't do anything to that. Then we have Fukai. No passing skill whatsoever. He can have the ball. And the whole combination of strength, bravery, and dribbling, that seems fairly low. Off the ball movement is really bad. But we don't care. He can have the ball, as I said. Obviously, first touch and composure are very low, but I don't know if we can press him. We would probably overcommit. He is an 8-point jumper. He's a 3. The wide defender is a 10. And this one is a 5. So we have tall players, let's put them on the pitch. Which means Elbak needs to play here. Juan needs to play, we don't have a choice out here. Who's the tallest player we have on the right wing? Well, doesn't have to be the tallest, but his positioning is very bad. Very, very bad. This is an attacking player. So I think we played Baru there last time, and I think we were successful. He's not a good jumper, Baru, but he is somewhat tall. And I think he should have a chance. Can we do anything to Mohd Khalili? Well, dribbling's low, bravery and strength, though. The bravery is decent, so I'm not sure if I want to tackle him hard. He does get forward whenever possible, knocks the ball past the opponent, and he dives into tackles. That's all very risky in general, but with great risk comes great reward and blah blah blah. So I guess we show him to the inside. His passing's a little lower. Crossing is decent though. Silverai. This is the best player they have, at least according to Chuchu. Showing him to the inside is probably acceptable choice here. He's right-footed. He does not play good passes in general. He's also a little bit old, and sadly he knows how to dribble. Otherwise I would give him the elbow to the face treatment for sure. Shall we close him down? Not really. And as I said, we have had bad experiences with instructions like that. This seems like a player that might be closed down, actually, because he knocks the ball past the opponent. That's a risky trait to possess. He's even worse though. That's it. In his case, he needs to be marked out of the match. So this central midfielder is the one that we want to mark persistently. He's on the wrong wing, on the wrong side. If we want to mark this one out of the match, we need the marking player to be on the right. Sure. We want the marking player to be on the right. So let's do that. I've been way too inflexible with this stuff anyway. He will do the Segundo Volante today, if I can find it. Here. Wrong. Like that. Zakaria will do the anchorman on the other side. Which means this role needs to be a little bit more defensive minded. They will cope with it. Okay. Taking fewer risks and shooting less often. Is this appropriate here? Taking fewer risks certainly isn't. Dribbling less would be a good idea for Ankun. What about taking fewer risks? Where does this come from? Oh, he has 5 points of flair. Never mind, yeah, that's alright. Easing of tackles? Not sure. 6 points of tackling. Aggression's fairly high. I guess. Zakaria though. Well, wouldn't want him to tackle harder the entire match. So now he's on the side that is capable of marking Sayadi, which is exactly what I'm going for. And this one is, he will face Ankun. He has decent vision in passing. Ankun doesn't have the best of tackling, but Ankun should be able to close him down at least. This one can not only be marked tightly, we can also tackle him hard. With that jumping reach, strength and bravery and dribbling combination, I think this is appropriate. He won't enjoy this match. Orhan Roslan. Crossing's decent, passing's even better. Dribbling's low, bravery's low, strength is low. I'm not sure if I want to show him to a particular side. If we show him to the inside, he would just play these passes on his weaker foot. So that might not be the worst idea, but I doubt that it will have the effect that I want. Let's talk about a right back here. Who's appropriate? Somebody that can cope with the pace? Yeah, and on the strength side, basically anyone. So somebody that can cope with the pace and is somewhat strong. Who's available? Ahmad Nizam suspended. So we could have a 16-year-old that is a little stronger to play against him. He's not as fast though. Or Badrul Hisham. He's not much stronger. He's not much faster. Marking is a 7. How's Hardy's? It's also a 7. I guess we will play the young guy. Let's talk about strikers. Rule, he seems to be the deep lying option. Very bad combination of bravery and strength, but sadly the dribbling is an 8. I think we'll risk it here. Off the ball movement's very good. Like that. And Zulkifli, very good dribbler, very fast. Jumping and strength for, well, there's nothing there. Same here. So we do not worry about jumping and strength in this situation. On the central defenders. Yeah, first match, you are right at the end of the stream though. But it's been 1.5 hours. We had a little bit of transfer talk and stuff. We also offered maybe 100k for a player, but negotiations bogged down. So it might be interesting to you, but there's no result just yet. Also, welcome back. Where was I? So we don't need jumping and strength. In this situation, we do need pace. Positioning, marking, that stuff. So this might do. I think if I recall correctly, Maharzir has issues with the positioning. So I don't want him here. Maybe on the bench. And if I recall correctly, Fakrullah is... because this one is the one that needs to be marked out of the match and tackled hard. That's Zakaria. And I wanted a role that has the better marking and tackling on his heels. So I did do that in previously, like half a year ago, to switch sides sometimes, and we had good results from that. So I'm starting to think that maybe sometimes we need to adapt a little bit. But this one needs to be marked out of the match. I want Zakaria on his heels. In fact, I should probably instruct him to do that. Who was that? I forgot the name, sorry. Where is it again? His name is Sayadi. There. And Norman Ankun is the one to win back the ball. I know that's a little weird, but his first touch is a 9. Composure seems fairly low though, and he does knock the ball past the opponent. He has decent vision, passing's a 7 only, So if we put him under pressure, and Norman Ankun does do that, then we shouldn't have much of a problem. Ankun does have decent aggression, teamwork, and work rate could be better. Same as the stamina, but I think that might work. On the defensive side, who's the fastest central defender we have? With good positioning and marking. I guess it's Bakrola here. Let's have a look at Amamu. He's okay-ish. I guess he would do, but for now I don't think we want him here. And we have a winger on the right side, Silver Right, that's fairly dangerous. Good crosser, very good dribbling and stuff. Acceleration and pace are okay, but not fantastic. Off the ball movement's really good though. Who would need to face this guy? Well, it's either Yap Jonathan, who has a little bit of an issue on the pace side of this. Positioning and marking are very good though. In general, I think Yap Jonathan is never a bad choice, necessarily. Or Haznodin. Haznodin doesn't have the positioning and neither does he have the marking. He does have the pace to cope for it though. So, but I think we'll stick to Yap Jonathan here. And put Haznodin on the bench. Which means the rest of them will go to the bench. In a way. Hazeem is not needed anymore. Amamu, maybe if there's nobody else available. We don't have foreign player issues just yet. Ushindi for defensive midfield. Sure. Malik, same. Sure. Now there's a whole injury situation going on here, so Olegs Raj can be here. We have one additional foreign player slot available to us. I mean, I guess Harsi. He's still hurt, but doesn't help. So we bring Harsi. What's he got? Sprained ankle ligaments. Yeah, sure. Just run it off, man. And then I guess we could bring along Amamu, or we pick somebody from the under 21s. Wingerish type. Well, to be fair, we have Van Pekka available, so. Does he fit? Yeah, it works. Okay. So I guess Van Pekka will make it to the bench. We also determined, just to reiterate, these guys can't jump. He's an 8. 5, and he can jump. But neither of them are very strong. So we expect floated crosses. And their goalkeeper, I think, he has good command of aerial and aerial reach. So he also tends to rush out and to punch. Cool. So we don't want the ball to be here. We want it to be here, right? In Juan's direction. That is target forward area, so we will go for target forward area here. And I do realize that I took that off prior to that, but... Well, not today, but I did take it off a few streams ago. In this situation, though, I think it makes sense. Cross toward the target forward. Is there also crossing instruction on these? No, there isn't. Alright. Floated crosses? Sure. We do retain the rest of it. What about the defensive capabilities of these guys? He's a 7 in tackling. He's a 4. He's a 3 to 5. And he's not good either. This is a 4-4-2. I do not know if they play narrow or wide, but I expect the 4-4-2 to be played narrowly. So I suspect going through the middle is the better choice. We do that quite naturally though. So maybe it's not really worth mentioning here. I could include play through the middle instruction though. Could. Not sure if I want to. So I'll just leave it as it is. Where do we force turnovers? These guys are hard to deal with. We show both of them to the inside, now that I can think of it. If we show both of them to the inside, turnovers would be created in the middle of the pitch. That is a very bad combination of attributes, so we should be able to do that here. And it's similar here. Composure's a little low, dribbling's low. He has a risky trade, so middle of the pitch it is. We also should probably... No, this one. We also should probably try to make sure that we don't face any crosses. He's a good crosser. He's a good crosser. Same. Same. These crosses won't be floated. They will be low. But I do not want us to face these. Okay. I think that's it. So, I did hit the snooze button for ads for 2 times now. Which means bathroom break, and then we'll do the match. Okay? I should probably also do the team talk first, come to think of it. What do we expect? This is a local rivalry. I expect a victory. It's away from home though. Away from home in a stadium next door. You know, the old one, the tiny one that has more supporters in it than ours. Alright. Bathroom break. See you in 2. I made it just in time, let's go. We don't have time! It's 29 minutes until Stuttgart plays. So obviously, we gotta wrap this thing up with a win, preferably. By an approximate 5 goals, maybe. Oh, I forgot the prediction. Well, that's bad. No! The game didn't start yet. Let's start a prediction. I'll give you 30 seconds. Place your bets. Or don't. Afterwards we will watch the match. Time's ticking. I'm sure you all want to gamble your channel points away anyway. This is a very narrow pitch. There we go. I don't know if anyone used it. Let's go. Okay, that might be a yellow card, straight from the start. Or a penalty. It's neither though. But it seems like going through the middle works immediately, and we didn't even focus on that just yet. So we'll encourage the team. And nothing happens. That's bad. How? Come on, really. What happened here? Amrul is closed down. The Mohd Khalili guy plays a wonderful pass towards Roslan. Mustafa is caught out here. There's nobody in the middle. Other than these two waving their arms due to a supposed offside situation. Let's start the berating immediately. That can't last. I just passed the ball around, and it does not seem like there is an opportunity for them with the short passes to find a player. Yeah, he'll give it back to the central defender. Basically, Elbach is our player for build-up play there. So we can do either of two. Or he can push up a little higher, or include more supporting roles. I think I want to change it to him to deep line playmaker here, so that he tracks back and helps with build-up play. Hopefully that's what we need. The rest of it can remain the same. Bauru on this wing, maybe 2, or Juan. But Juan through the middle is very important to be at the receiving end of crosses. So I'll do it that way. To help a little bit with creativity. And as you can see here, Norman Ankun is there, and well, he's marked. Most of the time anyway. Come on, Jason, go past you, man. Okay. Better than nothing. That didn't go well. Just run wide. Fine, yes. Yes. That's not what I expected. This is a very dangerous pass. Bauru with a header towards goal. It's a corner. Okay. Move it. We can still get a result, maybe. That's bad. Damn. We do seem to create now though. You can clearly see that Bauru is available for a pass here. He finds Juan in the middle of the pitch, due to the good off the ball movement and also in a 4-4-2. This guy's caught out of position. Ankun's there. And that's a wonderful pass. Maybe. No, it's offside. Still, I think putting them on support duty helped a little bit. At least for a moment. Oh, Johor DT are behind against Selangor. I'm not sure if I like that. Then again, whenever Johor DT lose, I guess that's a positive for us. We would need to have a point here though, at least. And so far, it seems like we have issues. They had one single shot. And I'm not even sure how we would have defended that. These corners are dangerous. Very dangerous. What's the issue with Elbach here? What is happening? Very poor condition. He's motivated. Injured and struggling to run it off. Potential thigh injury. I guess we will need Olegs on the pitch now. 24 minutes in. Hopefully, well, then I will take off the floated crosses there. I'll put it back to mixed. I still think Juan is available there, and there will be the odd floated cross here. But Olegs is more of a mental guy. Good intelligence on the pitch. That might work. If Ankun would have had the technique. Pull off a decent shot. And Olegs obviously can shoot, come to think of it. It says shoot less often, no. Due to the roll, maybe deep lying forward or put him on support. Let's continue berating him a little bit. Okay. Jason doesn't go past this man. We focus on the short passing, that's very good off the ball movement. And a bad finish. Yeah, insert song sound here. Too late now though. It would have been a good opportunity for an equalizer. Funnily enough, it didn't really count as a high quality chance. Oh, there it is. And now Sérvin just outruns our defense, really. That's okay. Take him down. It's fine. Would have won him. Okay. I expected a yellow card. So now we had the better chances. It's just that Juan didn't put him in the back of the net. Song requests? What? How? Why? I won't sing. I'm bad at it. Oh, come on. He's nervous. No, definitely not, man. Definitely not. Thank you very much for reminding me to not do that again. Also, as you probably remember, it alienates the remainder of the world. I don't want that. Wow. We'll have another free kick. But overall, in aggregate, the chances we had are fairly even now. You disagree. Okay. Well, you are entitled to your own opinion, even if it's wrong. That's okay with me. I don't know what to do. So we did create more ever since I put him on support duty. We can push up a little higher. Thank you very much for reminding me. Obviously we will criticize the whole squad. Tactically, I think I want to contest it a little bit more. With the risk of facing counterattacks. And looking at the opposition, let's go through them a little bit. So, we don't have a single yellow card so far. I think in general, a little harder tackling is in order. I don't want to press much more. I'm not sure if the defense... We had 2 goal-scoring chances against us. One of the 2 went in. That was a very good chance. I feel like we are more or less in control of the match. I know it's absurd to say. We didn't create enough, so this puts the players closer together for short passing. We did not seem to lose the ball that much. I'm hoping that this is enough. I know it's a small scale change, but maybe that helps a little bit. Do I want to talk to individuals? Sure. Dear 16-year-old, please play better. Same on Zakaria, really. Baru. Also him. I guess these two deserve it the most. Okay, that doesn't help. So we'll encourage the rest. 6.6 on... He could have saved that. But it is what it is. Okay. So let's start the second half. And berate him a little bit more. That's the way it is. Seems like Mohd Hazazi made it to a bad match rating immediately now that Shin Sung returned. Obviously I'm not gonna replace the goalkeeper, but no chances created in 10 minutes. Look at that pressing. He's the one with 3 points of passing. Okay, great. So defending goes well. Problem is we do not create chances from that. We'll change this. Do a little pressing. That will work. Olegs Raj is hurt now. Please don't put it out. Create a goal scoring chance. That's great. Yeah. A second chance of the match for Juan, and this time he takes it. Also, Olegs seems to be hurt. He's not even that fast. Gets back into onside position. Ankun's there. That's the first time he plays in this role here. Well, let's hope. Happy that Leverkusen won the league. I guess I'm happy that Bayern did not win it. That's the correct way to phrase it. But I'd rather have Bayer Leverkusen win the league than Bayern Munich. Yes, it is. Also, welcome back to the stream, man. I would have preferred Stuttgart, but then again, the season is already one to dream of, so let's not maybe be unrealistic. Not bad. So maybe the counter pressing works. They didn't have a single chance, by the way, ever since they scored. That's been 50 minutes ago, more or less. Nice. Oh, Juan. Well, he's getting into goal scoring positions. Who's that? Their central defender. What a pity. So we will put him on support duty now and tell him to shoot more often. He'll take fewer risks, he can't do that. Me personally, more or less Stuttgart because I was born there. I'm also, I guess I'm slightly sympathetic to certain clubs in Germany, like St. Pauli in Hamburg. Not that I have a strong tie to that. And, well, I guess I dislike certain clubs. Like, in particular Bayern Munich. Just like every reasonable being in Germany that does not support Bayern Munich. Yeah, that's true. But... Oh. Ooh, dangerous. Good save. They had a chance now. I don't like that. But... Hoffenheim. That's another retard club. So... I mean... I think I'm not the one to alienate these clubs, but I'm not sure if I should say I respect them for what they do. In Hoffenheim's case in particular, they are very much a club that was created to support SAP as a marketing instrument. Then again, it's very common for big companies to do something like that. So I'm not sure how to comment on that. I guess relative to something like RB Leipzig, for example, that was pushed, well, all the way to the first league with excessive money. I think in comparison to something like RB Leipzig, I prefer Hoffenheim. But I also think that the current manager of Hoffenheim, Pellegrino Matarazzo, is just, from what I can tell, a good person overall. So he's a former Stuttgart manager, and I still think it was a wonderful time under him, even though the results didn't really go our way. Not all the time. And he had a really, really hard time there too. So, I don't know. I have some sympathies for some particular people. To be honest, I don't know. But I seem to remember back in the day, in the second league, Leipzig and, for example, Freiburg met each other. Freiburg is a team that is naturally, usually a rival of Stuttgart. I would still support Freiburg every single time in such a match. And also, I think Freiburg in particular do a very good job. I prefer these teams in the league. So I would rather support Freiburg or Heidenheim, even though they are closer to home and generally speaking should be rivals in Stuttgart, if that makes sense. Because, well, these are real football clubs with, how do I put this? They have good management. They do not have big sponsors. And I prefer that. You can probably see it here too. But we do have a 40k all-seater and I don't know where this is coming from. But we don't have any money at this club. That's usually what I like about clubs. Doing all of the dirty business work. So, Zakaria doesn't have a great game, but I would not want to take him off. We need one goal. How? Malik for Ankun? Ankun has a good match though. Zakaria doesn't, Baru doesn't. Vandal Peka's available. Well, I mean, he's fast. This is his opponent. Very fast. Never mind. So I don't see that. Ushindi is low quality. Hasnodin is apprehensive because why the hell not? Mahazir could replace a central defender. That's not really needed. I'm out of options. I guess Malik is the best I can think of. But do I really want to take off Anku now? Well, seems like that's my choice. We will put him on deep lying playmaker 2d2 though. And same here, he should... Actually, he didn't mark a particular player, did he? That came naturally. Dribbling less might be useful on him. He has a whole 3 points of dribbling. So that should do. Yep, Jonathan on a 6.8 rating. You know what? We'll bring on Hasnodin anyway. And still go towards target forward. That seems optimistic. But fingers crossed. Fukai faces a suspension. Go guys. Get that additional goal. Well, to be honest, if we get a draw here, that will help us, but not by enough. as it seems. Johor DT are behind 2 goals against Selangor, as I see on the top right. Perak, well, Perak against Sembilan, they will probably catch up with us. Whereas Sabah are behind 2. We need 3 points. Then again, 1 point in this match is better than nothing as long as they lose. So how much am I willing to risk? Well, maybe this free kick will resolve the affair. Or not. Yes, it is. It is entirely unimportant. So from that perspective, we'll go at least positive, I think. Maybe commit a little bit more forward. He can do the ball-winning midfielder thing now. That's a little more aggressive. We'll put him on support. Try to give it a little bit more of an emphasis. Oh, you're talking about Dortmund. But I'm talking about this though. I need the first place. It doesn't matter if we finish third or fourth here. None of it qualifies for anything. Yep, exactly. Score a goal. Should be fairly easy, right? Come on, Mustafa! Oh, no! It seems they create chances, though, from the tactical changes. Yes, well, that is dangerous. He hit the crossbar. Ouch. Alright, we have 5 minutes. Baru's exhausted. Harsi might make a comeback from injury here. And we'll throw it out all forward. Let's go attacking. We have 7 minutes. If we score a goal, we're good. If we don't, and we do not concede, it's at least 1 point. If we concede, no. Third doesn't qualify for anything anymore. I think it's due to the fact that we were thrown out of the cup. It might have... that might resolve in the cup competition. And we're not part of it anymore. Nice. Come on, Harsi. Run, 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 run. I know you're still hurt. Wow. Wow. No words. All the way defensive it is. And waste time as much as possible. I don't believe it. Yes. These hands are magic, it seems. At least for today. Also, he should probably play once he's hurt more often. He's got something with his ankle. Apparently his ankle is magic now too. One minute plus stoppage time until it's over. Good job, guys. Can we praise him? Sure. They turned his match around. Baru would never have done that. Not in this match. Okay. They subbed somebody on. I should probably have a look at that. First though, Faizal claims this ball. We are first again in the league. Theoretically. There's a few teams that have a few matches in hand, so that might not persist. Fantastic. What Is that Hiroshima or somebody else? So this one needs hard tackles, obviously. What else? He's left-footed. Oh. Okay. Okay. He's a bad passer, good crossing, decent dribbling. Show him to the weaker foot, and that's it. I cannot think of anything else. 5 minutes, 10 seconds. How will we fare? Not well, it seems. Take him down. That's horrible. Wow. Why? Back to second place we go. No. Well, there's actually yes, we'd want to. Now I need to do it again. What did I say? Hard tackles them both? No. Just on the left back. Well, on him too. And both of them shown to the weaker foot. Okay. Not like we have issues or anything. Just need an additional goal in extra time. No problem. 3.5 minutes. Just do it. Is it a second yellow? Apparently not. At least it hit the net. Sadly the wrong side of it. That's a match. Damn. 1 point. We were so close. I deserve that. I wholly deserve that. I'm annoyed by this. This is not a good result. We had the result in our hands, and we let it slip through our fingers. I don't think it's about going defensive, though. Well, it might be, but I doubt it. What's he got? Okay. At least that's fine. So, we made it through the match, and apparently we had a 2-2 draw. Sadly. Next month we will face Bukit Tambun. They are dead last in the league. And afterwards we will go to the Champions League. Yay! To play CC Mariners. They will probably be way stronger than us. That's for next stream though. I will now go and watch the Stuttgart match. See you later. Or maybe tomorrow. Bye. And thanks for watching as always.